LV is an employee of a company that sells hardware and software supplies of computers and laptops, and Mr. RJ is his employer. Now, LV is really good at his job, ordering the right supplies needed, and being able to repair the problems. But Mr. RJ does not like LV because, for him, he has lesser experience on hardware and software compared to him, and because of that, he has become totally rude to LV compared to his treatments to other employees. One day, Kyle, the HR manager, was passing by. He observed that LV and Mr. RJ had a heated argument.
A client approached me that the hardware repairs of the computers of our new partners malfunctioned, even if you already repaired them. Are you doing your job, Mr. LV?
What do you mean, sir? Everything was fine and I double-checked the computers before they left.
I have been observing you for a while now. Are you even doing your job right? I believe you don't have enough skills for that job. You should quit now.
Mr. Jihan and Mr. RJ, I believe that this matter needs to be addressed as soon as possible. Do you mind if we discuss your problem in the office?
I guess that's the right thing to do for now, sir.
At the HR's office.
So, can someone open up the problem?
Mr. RJ has been very difficult to deal with lately. He's replying late to my emails. If I ask him if he needs any help regarding the operation, he tells me nothing. He has been always rude to me ever since I got my position in the hardware and software department. I believe I have been doing my job right, and I believe that I do not deserve that kind of treatment from anyone, even if you are my employer, sir. I am sorry if I ever did something that led you to treat me that way.
What can you say about that, Mr. RJ?
I earnestly believe I am more knowledgeable when it comes to softwares and hardwares compared to you, LV, and I always observe that you are not doing your job right.
Based on what I have heard about you, Mr. RJ, I believe that this is not a valid reason as to why you treat LV this way. I have also been observing LV, and as I have observed, he's doing his job right, and our partners like his performance when it comes to dealing with softwares. You are already an expert in that field, sir, but as an employer, you should be the one to teach your employees for them to improve and develop rather than see them as a competition. Your company is growing, sir, and we need someone like LV to grow even more. I hope you're discerned on this situation, sir, and realize this.
Yes, that is actually right. I haven't realized that because of all this time, I was blinded by my pride because I worked on that field for how many years, believing that no one can surpass my ability and skills on handling everything on that field. I'm really sorry for acting like that, LV. And thank you for helping me realize my mistakes as your head. I should have shared my knowledge rather than mistreating you. I am genuinely sorry.
I guess everything can be solved through having good communication.
I understand, sir, and I accept your apology.
So, are we good now?
Yes, thank you so much. And again, I'm sorry for my passive-aggressive behavior.
In Company A, the position of head supervisor has opened recently. After 10 years of working at the firm, Lou decided to apply for a higher position that has opened recently in her working company. She has the skills and is qualified for the said position, but then, Kyle, another employee of the firm, was also desperate to get the position. Kyle was one of the employer's closest friends. He surely thinks of having the advantage to get the position.
Hey, I heard Lou and Kyle is applying for head supervisor. Is that true?
That I don't know, but it seems like our employer is close with Kyle. I see them talking and getting along recently.
Yeah, I think Kyle has the advantage, but I think Lou also suits the job. She's very dedicated and hardworking.
The HR heard their conversation. The next day, the employer told the HR manager that he likes Kyle to be the next head supervisor, because he is more suitable, and for him, men are the best in supervising. But the HR manager told his boss to be fair in selecting the best candidate for the said position, and planned to assess them through skill and output evaluation. So the HR assesses the skills and output of Kyle and Lou for 1 week. The result of the evaluation tells that Lou is more capable of doing the job because she pays more attention to details and presents a good output than Kyle. Shai has been working in company DOS for almost 10 years now. All other employees are already used to Shai's personality, which is very private with her personal life, often smiles or laugh, and very quiet. But she is very dedicated to work, and her performance is very outstanding. Their employer recently resigned, and the sister of the former employer, Lou, got the position. Lou is very outgoing, sociable, talkative, and loud. She loves interviewing employees with their personal life every break time, but sometimes, she chit-chats with them even in working hours. Lou then approached Shai, who is working silently in her table.
Hey, Shaina, right? How's your life going?
All is well, ma'am.
Where do you live? Do you have a boyfriend or are you married?
No, ma'am.
What about your siblings? How many are you in your household?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I am currently working on a paper that needs to be submitted this afternoon.
Oh, okay. But can we hang out with other employees later? My treat.
Shai did not respond and continued working. She got increasingly uncomfortable with how the new employer is acting, and for her, Lou was not acting professionally as the workplace became too noisy because of her laughs with other employees. After that incident, Lou then labeled Shai as unfriendly and killjoy, which made Shai feel bullied by the employer. She then filed a complaint regarding the issue to the HR.
So I have heard already both of your sides, and as one of the people who have worked with Shai for quite a long time now, we already know her personality as well as her performance in the company. As I discern the situation, I believe you, Ma'am Lu, is acting very unprofessional towards your employees. As the head of these employees, you should be the one who motivates them instead of dragging them down, just because your personality doesn't match. I will be forwarding this issue to your father, the CEO of the company, and I will make him decide what will happen. But as for this moment, you may apologize to Shai for the inconvenience that you have caused her.
I'm really sorry for acting that way, Shai. I'm not used to people who have cold treatment, but I should have respected your space instead of releasing negative words about you. I'm genuinely sorry for being so unprofessional.
It's okay, ma'am. You can still work on that behavior.
The CEO of the company decided to pass the position of Lou as the employer to his son, as he believes that Lou is still not yet ready to lead. Ken, the CEO of J Company, has been so hands-on with his employees and sales department. His skills in sales show an increase in sales, and he seems to know how to motivate his sales representatives pretty well regarding with the work. But a few of the representatives repeatedly complain about Ken's management style. He tends to get very involved with their techniques, calls them out when he thinks they are making a mistake, and does not take criticism himself very well. Neil, the sales manager, complains more than the others, and he is threatening to quit, until conflict between the two tend to become worse, that it reached to the HR manager, Mrs. Boyle.
Okay, Neil, come in. You may sit down. So, Mr. Ken and I have called you today because of the commotion that I have heard within the workplace. With all due respect, sir, I am not taking any side here, just because you are our boss, and we, Neil, are both employees of this company. But I am here to listen to your sides so that I would understand the situation better and will definitely do my job to resolve the problem. So, do you dare to speak up, Neil?
To be honest, he may be our boss, ma'am, but I hate him for interfering our work. He makes me feel like I'm not the sales manager of the company, because he did all of my job, and at the same time, he always scolded me for not accomplishing any work. How could I get to do it if he constantly interfered? If that's the case, then quitting on my job would be the best thing to do, right? Since there's no work left for me to do.
Hold on. Just because you think you have no work left for you, you dare to threaten me that you will quit on your job? It is your initiative to think of any work to do. I did not approve your promotion and pay you as a sales manager to become lazy and have lack of initiative. Do you understand?
We are here to resolve this issue, and I think in order to do it, it is better if we calm down and tone down our voice. Right? We cannot solve this conflict if both of you keep on shouting and letting your emotions dominate your mind. Again, I won't take any side. I just want to hear what's on your mind so that we can make decision justly and reasonably. Please be mindful of your words and always listen to each other with your heart and mind.
To be honest, ma'am, I am not complaining because of Mr. Ken's leadership. I admit that he's very good in this field, that it even made the sales increase, and I adore him for that. But the problem is his management style, and this job is supposed to be mine. He likes to call us out always when we make mistakes, which is okay for us, so that we can learn. But it's like it's the only thing that he sees, and he never takes our criticism when he's the one who makes mistakes, which is supposed to not happen in the first place, because I am the sales manager and not him. Because of the stress and demotivation, I was unable to think rightly on what I should do, and that is why Mr. Ken thought that I lack initiative.
I finally realize what I have done, Neil, and I am sorry for my actions. I should have let you do your own work. All I want is for you guys to make a better performance for the company. That is why I always want to correct your mistakes so that we can achieve excellence in this workforce. But I never thought that I'm getting blinded with my passion in sales and principles to the point that all I see is you guys, your performance, and I never see myself. I am deeply sorry for what I have become. Thank you for letting me know what you feel, Neil. I thought that you were like that because of your bad attitude, but it was I who's the reason why you acted that way because I kept on interfering and have stolen your job.
I am glad that you finally realized your actions and tried to understand me, Mr. Ken. I am also sorry because of the laziness that I have shown, and I always keep on complaining. But I never had the chance to tell you the reason because I kept my emotions control me.
You, Neil, is one of the best assets in the sales department, and I never thought that you will get into a fight with our boss. But all is clear now. You both have stated your reasons without making the mess big. I am happy that you finally handled this matter maturely. I hope that the next time you come into my office, Neil, it's because I want to commend you for your hard work and your performance. Again, always listen to each other with your heart and mind. Am I clear? You can now go back to your work.
Lou is an employee of a popular online retail store. She works in the front line as an online support representative for 3 years already. She primarily communicates queries, answers, or solutions regarding customer concerns. For 3 years, Lou has constantly been confronted with negative feedback, including threats and sometimes personal ones coming from customers. These negative feedback were the result of long-time problems in her company's policies. With this, Lou desperately needs to address these inefficiencies, since it does not only affect her personal mental performance during work, but it also affects her fellow employees working the same as her. Unlike Lou, her colleagues are afraid to address this problem to the owner, as this will make him very upset.
Guys, do you think this everyday experience of having to deal with negative queries from customers is starting to become a nuisance to you? Because for me, for 3 years, I've been dealing with these repetitive problems almost every day. Just a while ago, I confronted a customer who was so furious about why his orders took a long time to process and be shipped to them. He was very mean, that to the point I couldn't answer his question. Why does this keep on happening to us?
Maybe because we were not competitive enough to deal with the feedback. I really think that we should perform our job professionally so that our customers wouldn't give negative feedbacks. Am I right?
True, but I've always done my best towards my job. I just wonder why the same problems keep occurring and we are the ones being dealt with customers' harsh words.
I think so too. We all have been doing our best in the jobs that we're assigned to. It is just that the problem keeps reoccurring and we're tired of answering negative queries that keep affecting us personally, and we can't even handle it ourselves.
Well, if that's the case then, maybe we didn't actually cause these problems in the first place. The most common problems that the customers were so upset about was the time it took for their orders to be processed and then shipped. So the root of the problem lies primarily in the company's operations. Therefore, there's a need of a fix in the company's procedures in handling the orders.
Well, if you think about it, only the owner manages the company procedures, and it's really difficult to think can be able to address this concern to the owner because we're merely employees working for him. I think this is not a good idea.
But guys, we've been suffering these kinds of negative things on a daily basis. It has negatively affected me mentally and emotionally. And not just me, by the way. It's all of us. Secondly, we don't deserve to be treated in an inhumane environment where we are constantly being threatened and stuff. Don't worry, I'll be the one who's gonna talk to the owner. This is not right. We need to set this right because if we don't, our work here may not last long. Good day, sir. I am Lou and I've been working in your company, the online support team, for 3 years already. May I address my concern regarding what we actually experience in our department? Sir, for 3 years, I've been getting feedback from so many of our customers that they really hate our service, specifically on how we handle their orders. I just wonder, why does it take longer for our customers' orders to be processed?
Miss Lu, regarding your concern, order processing usually takes time. We need to follow all the standard procedures that the company has already established for a long time. It has been like this since, so we must follow what is written in our procedures. I cannot afford to take a huge risk.
But sir, if I may, we've already put a lot of effort in answering almost the same kinds of customer queries every day that we feel like it's already kind of nuisance. Moreover, we sometimes also get affected mentally and emotionally by the harsh words being thrown to us by those upset customers. Sir, we need to fix this.
I am sorry, Miss Lu. Like I told you, I cannot put up a huge risk on my business, especially when there is no concrete plan being shown.
Sir, with all due respect, if that's the case, our department will protest against this decision.
Okay then.
The HR manager was informed that the whole online customer service department was protesting against the company. After being informed about the cause and assess what should be done to address this, he went to talk to the owner.
Mr. HR, thank goodness you're here. What do you think we should do to stop the protest? I know you know the better way to handle this.
Sir, after assessing both of your situations, I suggest that we need to improve the company policy. You see, the whole customer support department was really affected by the inefficiency present in the processing of the orders. I may suggest that we should upgrade our system as much as possible.
But I do not want to put more risk in the company. If I do this, it will be another added expenses.
Sir, there are a lot of ways we can upgrade or improve our system in a low-risk method. For example, we can choose to remove unnecessary procedures that are time-consuming. Second, we can invest little on technology and automation so that our procedures would be more swift and less time-consuming. Lastly, we could provide our employees equipments that are essential in their workplace.
Oh, I see now. If this is the case, then not only our customers will no longer be frustrated by the long process time, it can also improve the mood and environment in the whole customer support department.
That's right, sir.
After the meeting, the owner decided to follow what the HR manager said and went to the customer support department to discuss his plan. After the owner discussed the plan, he then checks if it was mutually beneficial.
So, Miss Lu, what do you think of the plan?
Well, it's not a bad idea at all, sir. I am glad you thought about improving the company policy. All is well now. There's no need for a protest anymore.
In mediation, the needs of both employee and employer should be acknowledged. Emotions make for difficult terrain in a workplace, so it's best to empathize with all parties, making it clear that you will not take sides. Once each person feels heard, there is a possibility they will be able to think more clearly about a solution. Sometimes, when we are angry, we tend to be fatalistic and believe there is no possible way to resolve a conflict. Getting both parties to calm down and sees things with less emotion and more logic is the best first step to agreeing on a solution.